Hi guys, it's Teacher Bogey back with another video, and today we're talking about first future IRs or incident reports. IRs are created when a problem happens in your lesson and they need to be addressed by both you and the company. IRs are either generated automatically or by staff when something unexpected happens in a lesson. After that, the teacher is notified and expected to give their side of the story within the day. Usually, by the next day, a decision is made and teachers are either held responsible or let off the hook. This way, it's ensured that teachers don't get penalized for something that isn't their fault and that the accountability system is fair. So today I start with a selection of IRs that were all overturned. So I wasn't guilty, so to speak, for any of these, and I was not sanctioned for them. I've gotten a total of 19 IRs, 8 of which were deemed valid and 11 invalid. That means that I was only accountable for less than half of the problems that happened in my lessons. I'll walk you through some of my IRs and tell you exactly what happened so you get a better sense of how this whole thing works. Okay, so starting off, my first ever IR that I got in September of 2017. So I remember this very well because it was my first ever Flexi class, and I hadn't done Flexi before. I wanted to try it out. So I opened a slot, it got booked. I joined like 5 minutes before class time, and about 2 or 3 minutes before class time, the students also joined. And well, I started the lesson, and having started it early, I figured that I should also end it early, and that was a mistake. So I ended the class 2 minutes earlier than I was supposed to. I got an IR, but after I explained myself to the company, I was not held accountable for this. I was, however, given an instruction not to do this again. So you are expected to start your class on time and end your class on time if possible. Of course, if you've had a problem in your class, sometimes, often, you are expected to extend it, at least by a little, but ideally, you always want to start class on time and end class exactly on time. Okay, so here is the next IR that I got, and it was on the 30th of October in 2017. And these things happen sometimes. It says the student can hear the teacher's sound not clearly. There are much noise. Okay, so this is sometimes made by our Chinese text, so it's not always perfect English, but you can understand what happened. There was some noise, apparently, that the students heard coming from my side. And I don't even think that I gave an explanation for this one. And upon investigation, they noticed that they can hear me perfectly fine. The IR specialist that investigated says, I can hear the teacher clearly. The problem was the students. They were using a speaker, and that is why there was a feedback noise on the teacher's end. So again, of course, I was not sanctioned for this, and I was not responsible for it. Okay, I remember this one. These two Go-Go-Talk IRs with a student named Simon. They both happened in the same lesson, and it's funny. I remember it was November, and I was teaching this kid. His name was Simon, and I had one of those extension cords that have a button on them. And so as I was teaching and giving it all in terms of TPR and stuff, I accidentally turned off my computer's power supply with my toe. So I instantly got an IR that said that I left the classroom halfway through, but that I didn't come back again. Now, this is not what happened. I did leave, but I came back in about a minute or something. And of course, I explained this. I said that I did come back, I had connection issues, and I came back into the classroom and I completed the lesson. Since Simon was very smart, we were able to complete the material twice. And of course, I was also let off for this one. They said, okay, so upon inspection, it seems that you didn't leave the class. But then one of at the time, we had these Beijing live class monitors, and one of them said that I used the wrong material. So again, of course, mistakes happen. This is no big deal. I said, look, I did use the right one. You can check that. They checked it easily, and I did not get punished for it. I'm also very sorry if some of these sound awkwardly cut. I recorded all of them and then figured that if I made one long video, it would be too boring, so I decided to split it into parts. So if at times it sounds kind of, like I said, awkwardly cut, it is because of that, and I do apologize. Well, I think this is a good place to stop for part one. In part two, I'm going to talk about the IRs that were my fault and that I was actually sanctioned for. So I'll see you there, and like, share, and please subscribe if you like the content. I hope to see you on my next video as well. Bye-bye and take care.